everyone, welcome back to Game 3, live from me standing in a cave. We are joining you now for Game 3, the final game after a bit of difficulty. We are here and we're taking it from the stage. We have got this third game between QUB Wiggy Wanderers and TUD Yellow, where we just after seeing TUD Yellow put on a pretty damn good performance to take us to a Game 3. Big performances from the AD carry, big performances from the mid lane, big performances all around, and we're hoping QUB can take it. Sandbag, how are we feeling, man?
I am feeling fantastic and claustrophobic. As you said, we have been moved due to some technical difficulties of venue, putting us down here in the vaults, named the vaults, going on into draft. Getting off stage, how exciting. All right. Smooth as you like, it is going to be Camille, Vex, and the Shaco band continuing here alongside Jinx, Ari, and Aurelion Sol, Cassiopeia, Xayah, once again returning to Summoner's Rift.
We do see the Xayah hovered as well there for Maker Moo. He picked it last game, played it really well, and it is going to get locked in. Now, Wiggy Wanderers have the counter. Do they opt to take the Kog'Maw again, or do they look to take something else? Talia is also locked in for, I'm going to assume it's going to be the top laner now mid laner, but we could see the lane swap back, see the assigned roles coming out there. Clover back in the mid lane, we're not too sure yet, but they're hovering something. They're hovering the Kled. This was not banned away for Wiggy Wanderers.
The OTP. Kled locked in, blue 2. This is an OTP tick for the top laner who just slaps that one on in alongside a Twitch, getting his hands on this Yoral. Gonna be fantastic.
Straight out of my solo queue nightmares, we have Cassiopeia, Kled, and Twitch. This is an interesting one because Cassiopeia was taken for TD8's last game. They're taking it out here, and even if they don't get the Cassio, they still want that Malphite. I think they're keeping up this lane swap.
Yep, the lane swap, the question becomes, do you lane swap the lane swap and try and find Kled the advantageous matchup, trying to bully out with that W as the next set of bans gonna creep on in here. Vi taken away, point and click CC removed from the Xayah team. However, they usually have an ult to deny it, but instead just taking it away all the same.
They've banned the Braum away, but what they haven't banned is the Rakan. So the thing is, do QUB want to take the Rakan here, or do they want to let TUD take it? Because if they take it, Xayah Rakan is a pretty decent dual lane, especially into Twitch, and I don't know what else. So it's going to be interesting, but at the moment, we're looking for the last ban. It's going to potentially be something else. As Jarvan gets banned away there by the Apes, last ban coming out here, you've got top, you've got mid, you've got AD. So you're looking at support jungle. They're going to ban away something else. It's going to be the Taric against Leaf. I don't know about that one.
Taric having such high percentage win rate in solo queue and massive teamfight ultimate out at Cosmic Radiance, and yet has only just now shown face in this pick ban. His very first presence is in this Game 3 situation. They are afraid of that support denial. The Braum and the Maokai both providing so much denial. Instead, Leona gonna be grabbed up for this red team.
Leona gets locked in there. It's a pretty good engage. It's got a lot going on that helps the comp. You got engage from Talia, engage from the Malphite, engage from the Xayah. So overall, I like what Apes are drafting here. Ivern getting locked in for Wiggy Wanderers. What is this comp? You've seen 4 unique picks that just do different things here, but they all have pretty nice tools. Cassio is a bit of an interesting one considering you've got the Kled engage, you've got the Twitch, and you got the Ivern. But again, it's probably taken away for the mid laner of TUD Apes. Does mean that they have it, and they have scaling. They have a lot of scaling with the Twitch, a lot of scaling with the Cassio, looking around that out, and they have a Nautilus here, which means they do actually have a beefier front line. They have beefy support and they have a beefy top. I like this comp a lot more than the second time.
Certainly a lot more durability. Nautilus, a fairly rough matchup into Leona, who is able to use all of those W resists to try and avoid the engage here. Ivern providing the Enchanter role fill as the Fiddlesticks R5 Game 3. This is a roll of the dice if I've ever seen one. Mouth ult, Leo ult, Fiddlesticks ult.
I don't know what to say about that, but what I do think is interesting is if they use this to get Cassia or the Twitch behind, that is going to be huge for Yellow right now, because at the moment QUB have a lot of champs that can do a lot of damage late game, but if they're put behind and Apes get the snowball going on with the Fiddlesticks, get Zaya ahead like they did in game 2, this could be a really precarious situation for QUB Wiggy Wanderers right now, as I think right now it's going to be pretty interesting. We just finished the draft, but we will be getting into the game shortly, but right now it's going to be pretty good. What do you think so far, Sandbag?
I am having a fantastic time. First and foremost, this is going to be the classic tech delay. We will be up here for 3 minutes trying to make sure that we are getting everything up to speed and synced on up. So this is as good a moment as any series and day wrap up, as this is not your first rodeo in terms of playing here at these LANs, casting being involved. How are you finding your experience here, as the venue may have changed, the story's a bit different? Give us the takes of, say, this one versus last.
I mean, if anything, these teams have had time to have their nap, to have their greens, to get up there and really, you know, get the snooze fest over and lock in for game 3. Because, I mean, with the delay right there, I think it's given both teams time to think about what they locked in, what they did wrong in game 2. And especially for Wiggy Wanderers, a lot of time could be a bad thing, because you give a team a lot of time, they can think a lot of negative thoughts of what went wrong in that draft. They try to overcorrect for what went wrong, and they end up undercorrecting again. So it's going to be interesting from this team anyway. But overall, I think what TD have drafted again is solid. I mean, besides what they've locked in there, I think Leona does well. They have a lot of engagements. Besides the Fiddle, and Fiddle's actually pretty nice, because even then, it has a lot of factor for engaging on the Twitch, can stop Ivern as well, and I think definitely what TD have drafted is going to be interesting. Again, on the final, what Wiggy Wanderers have done, Wiggy Wanderers have drafted a lot of unique champions. They're going on, if you haven't played against it recently, you might not know what it does. You might not remember to stay away from some of these champions, and especially with the Twitch. Good performance from Calico game 2. I'm interested to see what happens.
Absolutely. It can also be a bit of a knowledge check, right? If you are not paying respect to Fog of War or paying respect to Roam Timer, say that Twitch stealth that you're talking about, or Fiddlesticks, getting over walls, vision control can be oh so important to make sure that you're not giving a fear, you're not giving the engage potential even further, as they are not short of these tools. They are not lacking in terms of ways to kick off a fight, but you don't want to make it easy for them as a result. So, as you said, this is plenty of time to think, arguably time to overthink with all of the shuffles here and there. You've technicians running helter and skelter to try and make sure things are staying along. So, in terms of pulling back, right, in terms of the series, great. Well, League of Legends will be on screen soon. Moving on to venue. Moving on to experience so far. Is any highlights or moments that you kind of want to, for the very last game of the very last game of day 1? Any kind of tie-offs that you want to before we load on in?
Well, live from Vault 34, we've got a lot of stuff going on here, lads, but overall it's been a really good series, and I think... Yeah, and what's happening now is we're going to introduce him here, Zath, who is casting some of the games with me before here in the live final. How are you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing good. They have Fiddlesticks. I've made a video on this champion, and I'm so excited. For everybody who doesn't know, I did an interview and I asked for Spice. I think we kind of got it today, didn't we?
Absolutely, absolutely. We do have signature picks abound, right? Kled not being banned out in that second rotation, Fiddlesticks as well seeing face. So, yeah, you were looking for something. This is nothing left in reserves. No more trap cards, no more extra things left. They're trying to send it off.
Yeah, and I don't know, the big difficulty I'm seeing with both of these comps is, yes, you have a little bit of pride from the side of TUD, you want to play around your early aggressive champions, but when you have Fiddlesticks and Ivan in your jungle, one that wants to play more defensively and can't gank the enemy, I feel like Fiddlesticks can just easily farm up against that, have enough damage in the late game to take over, and with such unique comps, I feel like it comes down to, in places like this, just confidence on the champions, because if you have the confidence, you can really make anything work at this level.
I agree. I think, honestly, especially with like the level that they're at right now, even playing comfort over a comp can sometimes be a lot more beneficial. It calms the nerves. Even if it doesn't necessarily gel as well as with what's meta at the moment, you can still play your champion better than the other guy. You're still going to win. It doesn't really matter necessarily if it fits the meta or not.
Absolutely. You're able to get more out of it, right? Even if it played optimally, that's the whole idea of floor ceiling. If you are, the floor of something is easier to execute or it's not able to quite get as much out of it versus pushing to the very limit. Kled as well with that remount mechanic wants to be on the borderline of int at all possible times.
You're completely correct about that, and it's going against a champion like Malphite, and Clip versus Malphite will never have the damage to finish them off unless they want to use that ultimate, and then if you're using it for just Kled, the AD carry safe, and it just starts becoming a really awkward time. So there's plenty of outplay, teams or outplay ways that they can better their position, and that's the thing about these two teams, because you guys had an incredible second game to cast. It all came down to those minuscule things. So I feel like today it's all up to the players, because we were talking behind the scenes, there was a 50-50. Everybody in the crowd does not know who's going to win.
Speaking of the crowd not knowing who's going to win, I think this is where we take our in-person moment. We take our little bit of bright spot. I want to see a show of hands if possible. QUB, TUD. Who thinks that this is going to be TUD coming out on top? TUD?
TD is.
Okay, and now QUB. But do you know just how mega brain you get to be when you get to come up here and be like, I believe them. You're able to go and have your celebration knowing that you backed them.
I feel like we have to interview you afterwards to be like, so how did you know? Is this like a 900 IQ thing, or do you just know one of the players and like them at that point?
So, I mean, I think EEB have a good shot. I'm standing by the Wiggy Wanderers here. I think they can take this. I don't care what you guys say. I stand by it. You guys are on TUD side. I'm standing up for the Wiggies. I think they have a good shot at this. Although saying that if they go behind, I do not support them at all, and I support TUD.
That's the hard thing, is of course, being a caster or a commentator for League, you can't be biased, but behind the scenes, you know the teams, you know the players. And for me, I get to watch the game myself. Wiggy Wanderers, Wigger, they have their own mascot. They know how to present themselves, so you have to be excited to see them play. And the benefit is, both these teams have been here plenty of times beforehand. It's just exciting to see them. Even if one loses today, they always got next year, right?
Absolutely. I mean, they've made appearances before. They are able to keep on just continuing the legacy of performing, keep on showing face over time. And I also have to say, I'm going to say game 2 is an anomaly. I'm going to say it will be Wiggy Wanderers closing this one out. Breaking the streak of 2-0s is the victory for TUD, but I think with these two drafts, I think it's going to be eventually called back in.
Okay, wait, so that's very interesting to think about. So with everything that's happened, you're going Wiggy Wanderers. What about you? What are you feeling?
I'm Wiggy Wanderers, all of them. And I graduated from TUD. I'm going Wiggy Wanderers.
You know what? I talked to more TUD players today, even though they have their own mascot, Wiggy Wanderers. I can't keep the same as you, I think TUD apes, they won today beforehand in the Rocket League, got themselves not even a reverse sweep. They just beat a team that they weren't expected to beat. So today, 50-50 chance, you have to give it to TUD.
But 50-50 chance has already happened, right? There was already TUD beating a team that they weren't supposed to. You've already had one half of the 50-50. This is time for the other half of the 50-50. Perfect balance, right? This is going to be equalizing it out.
That means that if there's a 50-50, then another 50-50. That's still 50-50, right? So it doesn't make a difference. Wiggy Wanderers and TUD doesn't matter.
I want you to say that one for me again.
All you need to, hey, you know what? I'm defending TUD. They're winning this. I don't care if the maths doesn't work. TUD's got this.
I mean, regardless, we got silver scrapes, and that's all we can ask for is a game 3. I don't even care what we care, guys. Whoever wins, wins. But we got a game 3 game out of this. We got a long haul. We didn't get a stomp. I'm happy with that.
Game 3 and definitely the most casting experience that I've ever had, the most unique.
I was going to say unique.
This is a one-of-a-kind, not only one-of-a-kind for us up here, but I'm sure maybe not anything that you guys have ever seen before. Maybe there's a reason that you've never seen anything for this before, but
nothing's as good as this, right?
This is unique, absolutely.
And when you hear before they were famous for my stand-up career, you'll know it started here.
I mean, the cave joke was quite good, so you're doing a really good job here.
I stole that one.
From who?
I'm not going to say.
I'm not too sure I want to know about that. But no, with this game coming up, it's going to be very close. And closing off today with some very unique picks. I'm just so excited to see mayhem, because for everybody who doesn't know, Sandbag, a colorcaster, is play-by-play as well. So hopefully we get some big action today.
If we can double down and need both play-by-plays on the broadcast, that is the absolute dream situation. The stand-up routine over the preamble finally expended. No signal on the HDMI cannot stop us. We will be going into game in a moment.
As we get into game 3, I hope you're all hyped as I am right now. I am absolutely over the moon to watch this game. I hope to God we get something good, and we're getting a bit of spice, a bit of standard start going on from the looks of things.
Summoner's Rift has never looked so good, getting our stand-up careers to an anticlimactic and Wiggy Wanderers TUD yellow. Normal is not the word for this.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what to say. It's going to be a standard start anyway, so we're not going to see any early game cheese from either team. Cassiopeia against Talia. Honestly, all matchups seem pretty explosive. I'm not sure about how early it's going to start, but especially with Zaya Leona going up against Twitch, Nautilus, maybe there'll be a bit of spicy stuff going on there, but USSR Nima, even against other players like Chinese Man, has shown that he's really aggressive on this Cloud, does like to go really ham, does like to proxy for CS, and I mean, especially on this Cloud, I'm actually really looking forward to seeing how much early game damage he can do against Fancier Clover.
The issue is you are trying to literally and figuratively squeeze blood out of a stone. This is going to be Fancier Clover doing his absolute best to keep the early game champion in check, trying to make sure that he's not able to completely run amok in this game. And if he's able to keep a lid on this pick, then later on into the game, Malphite paying dividends.
But then again, this is Nima's best champion. This is the champion I'd say he's an OTP on. Nima is on comfort, even though might not necessarily be as good for the team as something like a Kennen utility-wise. It still does have a lot with the charge, given the utility move speed, ulti in, a lot of damage can come out as well, and I really think he can split push this game to victory if he wants to.
If he gets that lead, absolutely split push. If not, he will be running into the brick wall top lane. But I do want to isolate out Saberthan on this Ivern. This is a champion with a clear unlike any other. He's able to do some of the most abnormal things. So far, standard clear. He's just continuing out to mark those camps, but down the line can run in and just insta-smite steal.
I agree, and I mean, at the moment, nothing too crazy happening. 10 CS lead for USSR Nima on the Cled right now. Just standard stuff at the moment, as we saw last game. Clover a bit behind as well, but be interesting to see how much jungle pressure they soak up as well with the Ivern ganks, with the Fiddlesticks ganks potentially. Maybe waiting for 6 really can do some work with Daisy and with the Fiddlesticks ulti, so maybe we'll see a bit more of a wait. First Dragon of the game as well to play for. I don't think there'll be too much scrappy fights for that, but maybe there is a 6 hit.
Saber hanging out in the bush, and scouted out by the wards and scouted out by the desktop as well, as he's just going to continue wandering his way on in, hook connecting.
But I'm just looking for something here. Kelko going pretty aggressive. In goes the Ivor, nice route connecting as well. The actual feathers call back there aren't going to do much as lead. Taken incredibly low. Clean's going to get used there as well. Twitch has the passive. Ignite going to get used. First blood going to go over there to Kelko. Kelko and the boys on the retreat though, as the Ivor trying to go in. Flash forward there from Clover, who also came, trying to do something. Can they get nothing? Tower shot going to go through. Rollout is going out there. How does the damage? Imaker who takes that lead, and he's still right, but the Twitch passive poison him out eventually. Silence from the Fiddlesticks. Talia's there as well, and it's going to be a 2-for-1 in favor of the Wanderers.
Hauling everybody bot lane 4 minutes into the game. 3 bodies hit the dirt, pushing their lead too far. This is both members, one eating tower shots, one eating poison. BlazeBoy falls to dot, and bot lane swings wildly towards Twitch.
2-0-0 on this Twitch. That is the start you want. I know in response that Leaf did die, but even regardless, 2 kills going straight over to that Twitch really accelerates his goal, really puts him forward, and does mean it accelerates his late game spike, or even his first item spike once he picks up that Blade of the Rune King. He can do some bits now, and I'm already a bit worried if I was the Zaya.
As if we were not faced with enough delays and pauses, we will be returning as soon as we have information on this, and so this is just not to be. Okay, Clutch by the production are able to haul this one in before it gets too weird. Wave crashing and just some vision control traded out.
We do see BlazeBoy right now does have his flash up available. Leaf doesn't have his, Kelko doesn't have his, so there is a flash Q angle available. He can take it, although Twitch with 2 kills, hasn't recalled just yet, is even in CS, but I think his recall's a lot better as he picks himself up the pickaxe. That'll do a bit more damage. Meanwhile, we see Saber Ethan hovering towards this mid side of the map. Meanwhile, Clover is more bot, maybe looking for something back on Kelko now that they know that Kelko and Leaf have no sums.
Absolutely. Trying to make sure you have timers in your head. This is 5 minutes on either side, slowly ticking as we see. Leaf is able to freeze this wave despite the bot lane and jungle lurking on out there. It is going to be the Nautilus holding it out.
Right now, though, we see iMaker and BlazBoy looking aggressive here onto Leaf. They're looking for something. He's going to come out. Nice stun. Recall the feathers. Down goes Leaf, and a kill for TUD Yellow.
Greed is a deadly sin for a reason. Leaf trying to be the homie and freeze it for his rodent, but unfortunately pays the price.
Tier 2 boots also completed there for Kelko, so he's in a strong state, but Xayah hasn't recalled. 2 kills of her own now. CS dead even. Dragon actually started for TUD Yellow, and it doesn't look like Saber Ethan is anywhere to do anything about it.
Nope, not at all. He's just going to finish channeling out that recall, and typically the trade is Drake for Grubs, but it's going to be a long walk for the Vernus. He's going to start moseying his way up top, but can be matched by Fiddle if he's looking for this wrap camp.
And looking at the top lane now as well, USSR Nima currently nearly 30 CS up right now on Fancier Clover. Really not in a good position, but he does have the Bramble vest completed, so I assume he's not taking as much harass as he would normally, but even then, there's only so much he can take, as the only thing Nima has is a no magic mantle. And I assume when he recalls, he's a lot more as the bear trap on a rope going to connect with Clover, but nothing comes of it.
Yeah, he's going to be able to survive so far. The issue was the wave. The issue was the wave was going the opposite direction into Kled, and he doesn't have the combat stats to really fight it out, even with the wave advantage. Meanwhile, level 6 on Rat.
He was hiding as he throws this W out. Passive gonna do a bit of damage as well, but nothing connects. Even though summoners needed, really, although that's good push from Kelko and Leaf, getting a bit of dominance back in there, getting that push out again, and really just making moves and letting BlazBoy and iMaker know they can win this 2v2.
Especially looking at the buy. Meanwhile, Ivern inbound on the flank.
Not a 2v2 anymore, as it looks like Leaf might have just gotten caught. They're looking for the hook. They're looking for something. BlazBoy gets taken out, though, and Xayah is actually incredibly low. Xayah gets taken out by Kelko, 3-0-0. Can they get Clown for his trouble as well? Channeling, trying to do something, trying to get that suck back. Doesn't matter, though, as they look for the hook. Hook in it! Oh my god, it was so good. That's 4 kills for Kelko.
Beautiful dredge line to put the exclamation point on the fight. It is 3-0 bot lane fight. Ivern getting involved. Twitch slingshot his way into a lead.
This is looking so good for Kelko right now. Another huge recall. At the end of that fight, I'm pretty sure he got hooked as well after Leaf got caught. So it was already a disadvantageous start for him. Did have to use the cleanse, but at the end of it all, he did actually survive and pick himself up 2 kills. So 4-0-1 means, look how many items he's got right now. He's nearly got his Blade of the Ruin completed already.
Once this purchase comes through, next recall, this is going to be finished. Petrifying
Charge
Gaze
gets put down there. He's connecting the stun. They're looking for the damage. Can they take out this Talia? Yes, they can, and with a nice swap there. But for Wiggler in response, unfortunately, not all good.
Heat up on the turret enough to finish. Flashing forwards, Leona goes
looking
for
something
Kled.
here, but we do see Saber Ethan putting Daisy in as well, maybe trying to help USSR, trying to take that. That is the real Fiddlesticks, so that's not the copy. Fancier Clover is here, and he has a flash ult if he wants it, but it doesn't look like Wiggy Wanderers want to take it.
BlazBoy with an ambitious engage does end up losing that flash, can't quite get the dismount, so Daisy there to play bodyguard and is able to dissuade any further aggression. However, Grubs next up on the chopping block, Yellow trying to get both neutrals early on.
At the moment now, yeah, we're seeing Void Grubs going over to TD Yellow, and I guess that's the one little victory they got right there, because nothing that we Wanderers can really do about it. Although Kelko and Leaf right now are in such a strong spot compared to iMaker, Moo, and BlazBoy. It really is Kelko's game now from this stage, and I really think Saber Ethan and USSR Nima should really start playing around this bot lane. Like last game, as we saw, they didn't quite have the front line to play around him. This time, he's on a much safer champion than the Kog'Maw. He has the invisibility, and he has a bit more front line and disengage potential. I really like where this is going for the side of Wiggy Wanderers.
Absolutely. You also have the answer out to that Malphite ultimate. If it's continuing to do the one-man ults consistently for this top laner, it's going to be so much harder knowing that Cassiopeia this time can also provide supplementary damage. Sure, the lead is massive on AD carry, but Cass can also, if you're full all-inning using everything you can for this Twitch, it will eventually run out.
Something to note as well is look at the CS discrepancy between USSR Nima and Fancier Clover. Currently 40 CS right now, 43 even at the moment, because you see Nima is so far ahead. Look at the items. He still only has that Bramble Vest, whereas the first item is nearly completed for Nima. Fiddlestick looking for the ulti, looking for the kill onto Wiggler here. Wiggler does have his ulti available of his own. Can he get a kill back in response? Petrifying Gaze does not connect, and he does not pick himself up a kill.
Spacing appropriately, the fear into flip, into fear. Beautiful from this mid 2v2, and Yellow knocking down the snake. Roa, however, finished. That will be ticking up over time, and you will check in on this 20-minute completion timer.
At the moment as well, Kelko pretty much has the gold now for the Blade of the Rune King in his back pocket, I'd say. First item about to come online as well for USSR Nima. Meanwhile, only one item really completed, and that is on L9 Ratatata. I assume my Make Move's not that much further behind, but it's just to showing that Wiki Wanderers are still slightly ahead in gold, but as soon as that creeps up and they pick up more, that'll become full items eventually. And at that point, you're fighting a whole item advantage up, and that's not what you want from TD Yellow.
Yep, as soon as that recall came through, Marksman was able to grab that High Maker move, able to get that Kraken Slayer to somewhat match up against this Twitch, but with the upgraded boots out of the T2 as well as a handful of components, it is still a large deficit bot lane, and next time Leaf connects another great hook, he's found 2 so far, they'll be looking to pull the trigger.
Honestly, it's a really good play. I know I haven't seen an Ivern in so long, but so well played from Saber Ethan. 100% kill participation already from this Ivern, and he's already looking to do more. It's been so long since I've seen an Ivern. I'm so happy to see it, and the charge gets used. They're looking for the dredge line there. Does not connect, but that might be converted into a dragon. They're still looking for the fight right now. Daisy's here. In goes Wiggler. Doesn't have the ulti, but it's off cooldown fairly soon, and they've already shoved them off the dragon and started the dragon by Wiggy Wanderers. They have it.
Also jungle flash, so he doesn't have access back into the pit. They're not going to be able to smite fight it out, turning it into a 1-for-1 in terms of dragons, equalizing that out. Mountain Drake secured by the blue team as they continue to look more. Ult expended.
Flash dredge line getting used there. That was close, but they did force the Feather Storm as the depth charge going to get used as well. They're trying to get a tower dive with Daisy, but they just don't have the minion wave for it.
Yeah, enough space bought that they were able to just walk it out before that depth charge eventually pops them into the air. They're resting easy underneath the structure by the time it happens, so dissuading any further movements. Top lane, however, gold continues to creep into the 42 CS lead area. Nima punishing this counter pick. And remember, this was Malphite into Kled.
And he's actually slightly behind L9 Ratatata in gold, but even then he's above everyone else on his team besides Kelko, who is sitting there with 5,600 gold. Man of the match at the moment so far, 4-0-1, 400 gold bounty.
Absolutely. Not quite all the eggs in the basket, however, Feather Pull.
They're looking for the connect. Really nicely done. Forcing that cleanse, forcing that flash. That's two summoners immediately, but Saber Ethan is here to lend a hand to Kelko. Does have that spray and pray. Going to pop it. Can he get some auto? Solar Flare does not connect. Down goes the knock. TP back in response. Twitch is still alive. He's doing so much and he gets the shutdown. TP back as well. Can they take out the Xayah? Twitch actually gets that kill with the poison power. But Saber Ethan is incredibly low here as in goes the Fiddlesticks with the ulti. And it looks like no member of Winged Wanderers will survive, save maybe Saber Ethan.
How come the Weaver's Wall? There it is, in and easy peasy. This Talia not ready to let him get away with that one. 8-8 go the kills. Gold really, really narrow between the pair of these, and it's a massive, massive swing back. Picking up a shutdown onto the Twitch. He's still rocking one despite the death. That's how far the lead was.
It is dead even at the moment here for both these teams. It's about 400 gold for Wiggy Wanderers, but it's been such a scrappy back and forth. Big thing to go over there though was the shutdown off Kelko. 400 gold shutdown going straight over there, and now Xayah's picked up a shutdown of her own. She's got her first item completed. She's got bits of components for the Navori Quick Blades as well, and I think also it's been really well played from L9 Ratatata and Clown from rotating down towards that bot side and really just capitalizing on the overextension by Wiggy Wanderers.
And all of a sudden, while it is still a deficit, it is gold in the right places here. You're eventually going to be getting the Archangels coming together. It is your carries getting a large sum of the gold. Sure, Malphite might go down 1 million CS and plates galore, but at the end of the day, Malphite ult is still Malphite ult. He's willing to give up what he has to roleplay as the Twitch might be lurking in fog.
He's looking for something, but actually the hook connects onto the Twitch. That is not what you want if you're Kelko. He's incredibly low. Can he survive? He can just barely, but he's getting incredibly out. Down goes Kelko! That's super big! That's 2 kills! That's the unstoppable force. They're looking for more. They're chasing for these kills. Nice knockback as well. Gonna get knocked off Scarl there.
Feathers?
comes the Feather Storm. Oh my god, what a well play from Highmaker Moo. Man, he's playing so good on this Xayah. Who let him have it? They should have banned this earlier.
And slivers of HP. BlazBoy this time able to escape, making it a clean 3-0. Mid T1 now going to be beaten down. No Daisy to reinforce this time. TUD Yellow picking up the first brick.
And I mean, these teams are putting it all on the line in game 3. None of this sit back, do nothing stuff. We're currently at 20 kills nearly at 13 minutes, which is pretty, 15 minutes, which is pretty insane at the moment. As Kelko looking for something onto Ratatata. He's trying to find the kill. Spray and pray used. Flash going to be used there by the Taliyah, but no kills. But they did force the summoner out from that Taliyah, which is at least beneficial for Wiggy Wanderers. But it's going to get even harder as that Xayah is getting more and more fed. And we saw what she did last time with the kills.
It's still something, and it's also far more difficult to pick off someone like a Xayah than someone like a Twitch. Not to mention, all of the peel provided by the team CC in every single role, including the marksman, alongside a Ghost, alongside a Flash, alongside an R. It's not so simple as just pick them off. You need to do it multiple times in a tight window.
I definitely think at the moment TUD Yellow are in a commanding position right now. They've already got some pretty good comp, and they can clearly see that they can take advantage of some overextensions. And even when Kelko does try to engage, they have a nice way to turn on him as well. And it's going to be pretty hard for Wiggy Wanderers to do much, especially with Kelko when he does have to use his cleanse. He's nothing else to protect him besides his invisibility. And as we can clearly see, if Leona lands a hook, as BlazBoy's been playing really well himself actually, he can really just shut down this Twitch before he can do anything.
Absolutely. It also can force out the cleanse early if you connect that ult. That tool can be used by a single ultimate on the other side, so not as easy to try and survive and provide that DPS as it is for the Yellow's marksman. So once again, Ivern drawn to the scene. He's just going to try and fight for vision, but connecting the root collar doesn't end up taking that one through.
We see people pathing here towards that dragon at the moment, going to be the Chemtech dragon. They're starting it at the moment. We see Wiggler hovering around there, but USS Nima is not actually at the bot side just yet. That dragon's going to be melted by the side of TUD Yellow right now, as it's a bit too late to force something, but they're still looking to chase, maybe try to get a pick back, but nothing happens.
Wiggler trying to posture aggressively and make them go the long way around, but it's still Taliyah back to cover, doesn't even get any tower damage. So leaning back towards bot lane, Fiddlesticks trying to find something will be warded out by that pixel if they go, so have to do their due diligence. Both jungles again and again and again on a collision course in the bot lane.
Yeah, and I mean, at the moment, we see 2 items coming out here nearly now for L9 Ratatata. He's looking very strong at the moment. There's an engage come out. Featherstorm's actually forced out of a
TP.
Leaf trying to flash away. Save Ethan's here, but TP's from both teams in response. L9 Ratatata going to take out Leaf. They're still chasing for this kill. And here's another member of Yellow, as Fancier Clover has now joined the fight. Maybe the TP wasn't worth it, but it was still just cautious in case Wiggy Wanderers did do something.
Count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members of TUD Yellow pile on in. They understand where their allegiances lie. Malphite is not playing for himself in any way, shape, or form. He's there for the team and team alone. Armor stack, he's going a little bit Build-A-Bear at the moment. Got some tabbies working towards that Frozen Heart and trying to provide denial for Kelko.
Kelko and I Make Your Move both completed the second items right now. The Navori Quick Blades for the Xayah, Runan's Hurricane for Kelko. And I mean, at the moment, I'd prefer what Xayah's got right now because the 2 items are very strong. And as we can see, even her just landing a Featherstorm and the recall of the feathers will nearly one-shot some of the squishies on the side of Wiggy Wanderers. So they really need to be careful as this game goes on.
Absolutely. As you continue to go later into the game, though, Wiggler will continue rolling on in. He's completed that tier. He's going to be trying to finish off that item as well. It has been secured for Ratatata. Both carries approaching the 2-item spike. And again, the issue is not how they have the damage, it is application. It is up to Ratatata to find the flip. It is up to Kelko to somehow fend off the engages and the advances of TUD Yellow. And either one of these, with an error in execution, can just end a fight.
And end the fight it may do, as we see the boys pathing now, looking to maybe do something in the rip. But bot lane, we see all the members of TUD Yellow hovering around there. Something is going to start soon from the looks of things. Maybe looking for a tower dive here, as BlazBoy clearing the vision, as Wiggler is actually on his own in the bot lane. But maybe something can happen here. Saber, Ethan, and Leaf also hovering around.
Absolutely. Action brewing. The river is going to be the battleground here as they set up. Currently, red wards dominating the space. Wanderers haven't been able to quite get a foothold on in. They popped that bloom to try and deal with the oncoming, the advanced vision, but it is still red wards up and down the river as Kelko for a flank.
He's looking for L9 Ratatata, but BlazeBoy's here. Misses the solar flare. He's looking for the kill. Can he take him out with the poison? I believe that's enough damage unless he does something here. One more tick.
A
Oh, he got the shutdown!
And painful death. Kelko, even through Seraph shields, has enough. Fiddle ult over the wall.
Fiddle's looking for something. He's positioning aggressively here, and Wiggler's not near. He's bottling with Moo, and he's actually their primary carry at the moment, so if Clown did go in there, he wouldn't have much fallback.
So much damage. There it goes. The engage.
He forced the cleanse, but he actually didn't get the kill. Spray and pray going to get used. Here comes the members. Look, Wiggy Wanderers. They're TPing in. They're looking for the kill. They're looking to get something. The nice knock up from the depth charge. Down goes BlazeBoy, but it's not over yet. iMaker Moo trying to do something, but he's actually incredibly low at the moment.
Tanking.
They're looking for something. They're taking Turret Dagger. They're swapping between. That's a shutdown. That's a dead Fiddlesticks, but that's a dead Nautilus. Even regardless, that's again 2 carries dead as Wiggy Wanderers still have some damage to do stuff.
Malphite sending under the structure, soaking so many tower shots as Wiggler. Look at the HP bar that is currently available, ends up channeling it out and surviving. This time, Seraph's was enough. Kelko is relentless with these stealths, trying to find and engage all on himself.
And honestly, I think the way he's playing it, he's not going too far forward where it's overextending. Because even as we saw earlier on there when he nearly got caught, he wasn't far enough where he'd end up getting caught. Which earlier on, yes, that would have resulted in 1 or 2 of his deaths. But he didn't there, which means if he can just position a bit far back and just throw a couple of autos in with that spray and pray, he can take out L9 and he can take out iMaker Moo if he needs.
Everything to play for right now. Flicking eyes to the top of the screen. 300 gold separates these two teams, only a Drake apart. It was a handful of grubs here and there, no Vites, no Void Mites for either. And yes, top lane is a chasm in terms of gold lead, but a chasm does not do much to change the color of the game.
I mean, we're back to square one of game 2 here. Fancier Clover just ulting someone. Doesn't matter who, really, and hopefully that'll get them the kill. Although with USSR Nima, he does have the charge, meaning they can engage first before Malphite even gets in there, which is pretty scary prospect with the Kled nearly having 2 items, has that Brutalizer. He's looking to complete the... Oh my god, the item here. But as we see, he's using the charge defensively. He's on his own. This is not what he wants to do, but maybe he's actually okay. As 5 members chasing him down, they're looking for something. Fiddlesticks using the ulti. This is going to be the fight, as I don't know if we want to... Here come the boys! They're looking for an engage! BlazeBoy's incredibly low, but we do see Kelko on his own. Kelko gets taken out, and we see Saber Reason trying to walk away. It's still 4v4. Something. They're trying to get damage out here. Wiggler doing something. Wiggler's still alive, but Zaya picks up kills. That's 2 kills down. iMaker Moo, though, still doing something.
For
still
Zaya.
putting damage. Still putting numbers out as a triple kill comes in there for the Casio. Meanwhile, it's all on iMaker Moo.
Triple kill to mid, triple kill to AD, but Wiggler is finished off. It is iMaker Moo coming out triumphant in that one. 1-man advantage, not healthy enough to start the objective though, so Drake remains untouched. Gold is dead even 23 minutes in.
It's just been so back and forward. Profane Hydra completed by the Kled now. He's got his 2 items. Meanwhile, Clover hasn't got a second, but as we can see, it does not matter when he just presses the R key. But it's all on the back of iMaker Moo. Wiggy Wanderers have to find some way to get on this guy and get out, because at the moment, if they take out L9, which is what they've clearly can do in some of their fights, they can't take out the AD carry. And if they can't take out the AD carry, they can't win these fights.
They absolutely cannot. It is up to the Twitch to try and escape the clutches. Drake has been started. The members will stack. We're looking to go once more. 7k HP. Yellow is looking to hit this one.
Yellow looking for the soul point.
At all.
On the soul point now with a charge going in. Here comes the fight. A lot of damage coming out there from the members, but Yellow going aggressively. They're looking to get something back. 1 man gets taken out. That's Nima.
Wiggler not hitting.
Nima's going to be next. What can Wanderers do here? I don't know, but Kelko is just barely still alive. BlazeBoy not going to connect that E. What is Wiggler doing? He's looking for an angle here below. He might try and take a fight of his own here, but it looks like Wiggy Wanderers do not want to take it.
Wiggy Wanderers opt in to a 4 versus 5. As you said, it was Wiggler who came on the right-hand side of your screen late to the party. They take the Kled ult in, and that's a one-way ticket. USSR Nima might win in isolation, but is not 1v5ing these.
I mean, 1-3-3, he might be ahead of the top lane, but he is not ahead of L9 or iMaker Moo at the moment. He does not have these damage numbers, or he doesn't have really... They have too much peel for him to even go in aggressively right now. You saw the charge being used, didn't accomplish anything. He was the first one to go down.
First one to go down and will continue to be attacked. He does not have the durability that he needs. He's opting into lethality. He's opting into threatening backline members, and as a result, does not have the luxury of hitting front. He has to get two targets that he's looking for. If he's just stuck hitting Malphite, stuck hitting Leona, then that item is not going to be what he's looking for.
And Nima now currently in the bot lane. Both top laners with the TP's up, but it does look like Wiggy could be positioning maybe for something in the Baron pit. I'm not too sure whether they want to go for it or not. But right now, Fancy Clover and Neva just trading it back and forward there in the bot lane.
Right now, wards tell an incredible story. Blue team littering them in this top side river, trying to set up around the Baron, trying to prevent any sort of engage or information being gained by yellow. EMEA trying to continue for these structures, but the wave is going to be chipped away. It is Malphite hitting Kled instead of turret. He's going to continue to smack away with autos instead of hitting wave. I believe Clover needs to just clear waves. He does not need to go PvP at all.
I really don't know what Clover can do here besides ulti in, but regardless, he doesn't need to do much.
Just hit waves.
Like right now, he just needs to sit there, hit wave, and stop Nima from sit pushing. And if he does that, that is his job accomplished.
And if he's able to tie up this Kled in the side lane, that is honestly mission accomplished. As you said, you just try and mitigate as best you can. Eventually, there will come a point in time where Kled runs out of room. He's eventually going to be eclipsed by the other damage threats, and it goes to be a Baron look around, trying to continue vision. The red ward set in that banana brush is the farthest vision that yellow possess.
But at the moment, we do see something coming out here. Nima actually got taken out of Scarl, but he's trying to get back on there. Nearly has the capacity completed to go back on. And I think actually Fancy Clover still has his ulti. He hasn't done any sooner. Still has got ulti in. What is happening right now? As we see, unfortunately, Nima might have just got taken down. Weaver's wall. But he did draw the attention of two people.
But 3 men down to the bot side of the map, and they're just going to hit this Baron. You see minimap, everyone pinging in TPs for Ratat. They're going to be burning this as best they can. 10,000 HP left. BlazeBoy is going to have to lead the charge in.
And the fight's starting right now as it's 4v5 for the side of TUD Yellow. This is not what Wiggy Wanderers want to do right now. They do not want to take this. Kelko fancies the chances. I do not. But here we go as he's looking for something. Takes out Daisy. They're going to call it off, I think.
They will. They get back in time. It only costs the double TP. So an expensive look onto Kled, but they do get him. You got to wonder if it's worth, though. If you're looking scorelines, you're looking what you just gave up to kill him and not even get major cooldowns. A very expensive attempt on his life.
And I mean, 1-4-3, I know he's got a couple of items and he's a bit ahead, but he's in no way a position to be the carry, and especially blowing the Weaver's wall like that. That could be detrimental in the next 30 seconds or so if they do start a fight soon, but at the moment, maybe not the most important cooldown to have, but it could be needed.
You also keep in mind that as time ticks on, it is going to be XP accruing. It is 28 minutes into the game, and soul point for TUD Yellow. They are going to want to absorb as much as they can topside and go for this Drake. If they can stall out, but no TPs this time, they don't have the answer that they used last time as they continue to defend bot T1 with their lives.
It's gone now eventually, so it's going to be Clover against Nima. But does he not expect that Clown could be bot side is the thing. This is the third time he's been caught by being overextended here. He's 1-4 at the moment. He does have items. Here comes Fiddlesticks ulti. Charge going to be used as well. Knocked off Scarl. There's no one here to help him man in the team or leave him there. Essentially, he's a sacrificial lamb as he draws two people at the moment. They're trying to do something. Baron is going to be started in the meanwhile, though, by Wiggy Wanderers. They're looking to maybe start something here. BlazeBoy actually spots him as well. Have a ward in the pit. Here comes 3 members. No Weaver's wall, though. It's just up cooldown now anyway. He could go in if need be. Nice pull onto lead. Petrifying Gaze connects onto 2. That is huge. iMaker Moo. He's going to get taken out. That is massive for Wiggy Wanderers. That's 2 people dead. That's BlazeBoy down. Kelko finally managed to do something here.
Kelko opening up. He's flashing away from that Leona ultimate to pick up a pair. That being said, objective is alive. It is right now. Nice flip. Cleansed out.
Kelko forced to use the cleanse, but he is still alive. Thank for Wiggy Wanderers. I think their chances would lower a lot here if he did get taken out. But that dragon is still alive, and Wiggy Wanderers need to act on that right now, because that is sole point for yellow, and this could be just deja vu for game 2.
Kled has TP. He can rejoin and instantly does use it on that bot wave, so it will be continued top lanes looking. Kled not quite available to charge, so it will be his domain in the bot lane currently. Wiggler, no flash, stuck in the back of the pit right now. A bit of an awkward situation.
Yeah, it's not ideally where the Cassia wants to be, but we do see the remaining members of Wiggy Wanderers pathing into this right now. They're looking to take it. I don't think Yellow actually want to take this. Nima's actually poaching it as well to make sure they don't go in. He's behind them. Talia looking for a bug. Nice pull connecting actually on the same reason. Fiddles is going in. This isn't going well for Wiggy Wanderers right now as G to Yellow go high.
Wiggler, no flash.
Dragon for potentially an ace. Down goes Cassio. Potentially down goes USSR Nima as well. He's going to shoot himself over the wall there to survive, but it's 2 kills for a dragon. Was that worth it?
Soul denied and 2 kills on top of it. You see them all running up towards the top side of the map. They are going to set their sights on this Baron. And once again, it is TPs that matter. Wiggler cannot join. Nima is got to walk from base, and they got DPS to work on it. 5 men strong. They set their sights on Baron.
This is just getting absolutely obliterated right now with Team Yellow. They're absolutely just destroying this Baron. Nothing Wiggy Wanderers can do here. Maybe they try to look for a pick after. Nima maybe he's trying to do that right now, but I don't think it's going to matter. Actually, maybe it does. I might be wrong as he doesn't connect the bear trap on a rope, unfortunately.
Yeah, even bear trap. However, Rat-a-Tat is forced into Zonya's, even if that Q connects. However, Fiddle ult.
That's huge. That's a Zonya's, and that's going to be the Fiddle art.
Major tools used by Yellow here, trying to find engages into the mid lane, meaning Kelko, despite having no flash, having no cleanse, some of those major tools are taken out of the hands of Yellow, but 5 Barons available on Summoner's Rift. They have push pressure everywhere they want. Even the Malphite's going to be able to chip in on that front.
And I guess the next fight now is probably going to be for the Dragon or the Baron, as both teams kind of play it safe at the moment. Although pick potential is always there, as Saber Ethan now walking towards what looks to be a Ward version of Fiddlesticks, because of course Ward versions of Fiddlesticks look like Fiddlesticks on the map.
Yeah, the effigies trip up anyone. Just in-game, out-of-game, always just looking for a little bit of trickery here. The real Clown IRL is going to be wandering his way down this river, trying to find an engage, but this time warded out will not be near as successful as Kelko really looking to put the hurt on this mid T1.
Bill's still hovering around here, so they do know he's there. They're trying to get the turret, but Zaya going to take herself up a turret in the top lane, and it's going to be a 3v3 for Wiggy Wanderers in yellow here. They don't opt to take it, though.
3K gold at present. If we're taking stock across the map, it is Fiddlesticks, it is Talia, it is Zaya, all 3 of these with major funding. Malphite is behind by kilometers. He is Flame Horizon, 106 CS behind at present, and yet has very little bearing on this game.
I mean, he can ulti someone, and I think that's his only job really, is to just ulti someone and push wave. And I think, honestly, he's doing what he has to, although, unfortunately,
There's
I don't
wall,
think
they're looking for cast,
And the
TP!
Weaver's wall gets used! He's looking for the TP! Can he stop it? No, he can't! That's huge! That's a Weaver's wall down immediately!
A TP in return for a Weaver's wall is not the worst look in the world. Could have been a death on top of Fiddle ult, clearing wave.
And I mean, Clown, that's going to be all he needs to do anyway, as Kelko and Saber Ethan pushed out of it at the moment. No objectives up just yet, though, so it's just going to be a bit of to and fro.
The tempo ultimate out of the Fiddlesticks to clear the wave just a little bit faster, as the strategy coming through from Clown. He'll be able to use it in future. It is Nima continuing to push bot as best as he possibly can, but Drake will be battleground. It is sole point for TUD. Wanderers wish to deny this absolutely.
And I honestly think this could be the game for the next fight, depending on how well it goes here, because if TD Yellow pick up this dragon and pick up an ace, they have such fast push as well. Maybe we could see it end, but if Wiggy Wanderers end this, I think they still have to fight the Baron. I think they still have to take something else, because I mean, it's got to be pretty hard for them, especially against that Zaya. She's got 4 items completed right now, same as Kelko, but she's so much more peel potential. Blaze Boy's helping a lot more. You see a lot of knockback from Rat-a-Tat. He can do a bit of disengaging as well, and of course you have the Malphite to knock up as well in case it's needed. So right now, Wiggy Wanderers really just need to tunnel it up, really just need to play it safe, because one misplay could cost them the game.
4 items on both Marksman. It is not quite fourth for Wiggler, though. He does not have that completed fourth. So in terms of these carries DPS, it is currently going to purchase that up. Wiggler trying to backpedal, but with Drake inbound, minor gold leads. This comes down to execution. This comes down to fiddle AoEs. This comes down to fears. This comes down to if they can find who they're looking for in these snap engages.
And they root Leona there, but they do not go in it. As the other members of TDLO are obviously peeking for a pick right now. You see Clown and you see Clover. Like how much more obvious can you make it? You want to take someone before Dragon, like buy them a drink first. But at the moment here, Dragon is going to be starting up soon. It's going to spawn in a second. Wiggy Wanderers, they're going to need to fight this, or they give up the Chemtech Soul.
Kled is topside pushing it out, and they say they are not there to contest. They don't feel like they're able to walk their way on in, so they trade out top T2. They get a TP, but giving Chem Soul to a team who you already fear has too many escape tools. I make her moo, however, Weaver's Wall.
Weaver's Wall going to be used there, but a really nice knock-up as well to knock Wiggler and
dead.
remaining members. Down goes the Cassiopeia, but is there going to be enough to take out Moo? Moo gets taken out! This is actually pretty big for Wiggy Wanderers. They're looking to push this. They're looking to get someone. Clown's next. Down goes Talia. Down goes the Fiddlesticks. This is going to be a fight for Wiggy.
Kelko continues to chase the Bork slow as well. They're looking for this Leona. Venomous Cast marching forwards. Daisy maybe with the knock-up. The assist. Does the burn finish the job?
Oh, not enough, unfortunately, from Daisy there. Although such a good attempt. They see him there. Nima going to push a turret, but that was huge. That's 3 down for Yellow as Wiggy Wanderers now can breathe easy. Set up sites for Baron, put wards down as well. Hell, maybe even take an inhibitor. It's 2v4 at the moment.
Malphite, however, no ult, no flash, no chance. He's going to be picked off, and the top laner dead. It is Leona trying to hold the fort for the next 5
for a while.
seconds.
They can push this for an end, potentially. All you've got to deal with now is I make her Moo and Leona.
14 seconds now. Jungle mid's also coming up. Wiggy Wanderers calling it off. They're going to just take their inhib, settle it a bit. TUD fans exhale. A moment. They have their soul. They have their numbers reinforced. Their top laner will be back up before anything of note happens. There will be one more team fight minimum.
Although I think with Baron spawning now, he's not going to be up in time for this. If they do force in the next 15 seconds, they actually are a man down, and they're looking to force right now as Wiggler positioning really aggressively here. Looking to try and get a pick before Baron.
Looking for a pick, but also not posing any threat to the Baron itself. They're pushing out this mid wave. They're just going to continue to play for tempo, try and play for this mid wave. Mid T2 will not fall. It will just be the recalls out. However, braving the darkness, Yellow are now going to walk their way on in.
And Yellow are replenished once more. 5 man strong from Yellow here. After that fight, they're back to square one again. They've got the soul this time, though. Wiggy Wanderers do not. Baron is up. So now it is up to the team that's more aggressive. And it looks like right now, TUD Yellow trying to get something, trying to get a pick. They're going to lose a tier 2 turret, but that is all they're going to lose. They're down an inhibitor, though. And we see Cassio pathing bot side as well, looking to take the last tier 2 turret. That really does open up the map a lot more for Wiggy Wanderers.
Far more space to work with, and also for these sidelines, Nima constantly trying to pressure, constantly trying to chip away at these towers. This is Hull Breaker completed. This is someone who does not want to contribute with the rest of the squad, try to move to sides, try and pull this Yellow squad apart. However, Yellow wants to team fight. They want to provide front-to-back structure for these. This will be a battle of styles as Baron still stands.
And something to note as well is USSR Nima, 322 CS. He is the most in the game right now. Just was not touched at all. He's Flame Horizoned Clover and then some nearly. He might double Flame Horizon him at this stage as he's got his 4th item completed now. Looking for a 5th. He actually has the Mom on Mortius as well. That's pretty big.
Absolutely. It's also giving as much XP and gold over to his laners, to his carries, that is. So Clover's willing to just be on welfare for the course of this game. However, top auto pushing must be answered, and TP now coming up on this Malphite means he will be able to deal with it better. We're entering territory where Elder will be on the table. That will be coming up here in a couple minutes. And with split focus, it's no longer maintain vision in one area, in one corridor, as you see effigy after effigy just littering this topside jungle. You'll now have 2 different paths that you must maintain.
But again, the soul is on the side of TUD Yellow. I know it's not making much of a difference, but it is something that they have. Baron is up as well. Nima looks like he might be trying to clear vision around there. Is going to spot that ward, but that does mean that Yellow have spotted Nima.
It also makes it so intensely difficult to pick off carries. If you're a Kled and you're diving in, and not only every single peel tool that we mentioned earlier for the Xayah, now Chem Soul. Now it gets more difficult the more successful you are to actually finish the job. Out of the shielding, the heals, all of the extra support that will be provided, picks become less and less and less viable over time, and you gotta just straight up trade. However, Baron started one fight to end it, pulling the TP. They will disengage.
They've caught them so many times doing that. Just bait a TP, walk away. Like, that's so unfortunate. Like, and to be fair now, it's not that big for Clover, but at the same time, when you're trying to shut down Nima, that is huge, because Nima right now is in the side lane. Where's the TP?
Clover lost his, and so did Talia. That is also far more important when both TPs are gone, because now no one is able to match this, Kled. Sure, you have the wall back in, but you're using it for rotation, not for cutting off, not for this combat segmentation. And now continuing to poke around, threatening, trying to pull members bot side with their Kled, and full send on Baron is the call. As you see, look, red members lean bot, Baron is started.
Oh, this is a lose-lose situation right now for Yellow. They either take Nima and get out, or they don't take Nima and they lose the Baron. And it looks like they're going for the Nima option as they make it a 4v5. That'll make Baron fights easier for them. But the Baron is already taken out. How fast do Wiggy do it?
Yep. Top for Baron trade. They will secure their Baron. They trade him out. Kled walks up, says, okay, you got me. Now what? 4 versus
Elder.
5. Elder spawns. They walk up mid. They will not have Kled for 45.
But they're looking to take this Elder. They take it quite fast as well, I imagine, but it looks like they're looking for a base race here. It looks like Weak Wanderers might just look to push this in right now. Take Elder, leave, 6k on Elder. I don't know if this is the right call, Chief, but they're going to do it anyway. They're looking to take the base. Inhibitors are going to be taken down. They're looking to do one last hurrah here, but they have the Elder Dragon. May not have been the best call here, but it's going to be a call nonetheless. 2 inhibitors down, does buy them breathing room. They might actually be able to wait out this Elder, which means this game will go even longer, and we're already 41 minutes into it.
After delay, after delay, after delay, what else would you look for than a 45-minute turbo banger? Both of these teams upwards of a kill a minute. Soul secured, Elder secured, Baron secured, and no one can convert this. Marching down mid with the Elder buff. Combat advantage mightily towards Yellow, but Wanderers can always just push out and stall as best they can.
And we might be entering territory where third Baron becomes an issue here, lads. In another 4 minutes, we'll have third Baron up, and I'm hoping that won't be an impact, but maybe it will, as we see the Baron get taken out. Nothing for it, really. It just denies TUD Yellow access to it. Did mean to get their inhibitor, but right now, they still have one tier 3 turret in the bot side. But again, with their TPs not up just yet as well for Clover and for Ratatata, does mean Nima can just go on the aggressive again bot lane, just push them with Baron-powered minions and just take it.
We're also entering territory where gold leads no longer matter if everyone runs out of item slots. And we are very quickly approaching that territory. So your gold lead, top lane, 6,000. 2 full items completed for Kled over this Malphite. He's level 18, but he has capped. He will get no stronger. And as a result, items finished across the board. We're running out of slots. Pots will be bought. It will be one team fight to close it out. Still Elder in hand.
Keep an eye on that wave top side. They could just TP top and try and enter that top wave if they want to as well. USSR Nima and Wiggler both have it, but it looks like Yellow are looking to fight. We see Elder 3 quarters down. They still have another quarter. Maybe they look to do something. Look at that wave top lane. That is pushing into the Nexus turret right now, and I think USUD Yellow know it because they're putting people back immediately. They can't push for this because if they do that, Wiggler and Nima just run it down top lane.
Talia back in time to corral the wave before it crashes amongst those Nexus turrets. As you said, more neutrals will be required. Out of slots for the marksmans, out of slots nearing for the mid laners. They're looking for Nima once more, and they have just been playing whack-a-mole with this top laner.
That's going to be Elder, I think. Elder is up in a second now, and that's an Elder for nothing, really.
They're going to try and catch as best as they can. Inhibs matched mid. Top will be respawning soon. It will be a matter of navigation. Look at your top of your screen. 77,000 apiece. 100 gold separates 44 minutes of gameplay, and the two squads lock horns once more.
As we get ready for this, what may be the final fight coming up at some point soon. Teams are pathing up. They're going to get ready for this third Baron, which could be happening soon. They're looking to do something here. They're taking the Scuttle Crab, and TUD Yellow right now poised to try and do something, but right now they're actually down 2 inhibitors. And look at Nima. Nima's top lane right now, corralling these super minions into the top side. And that leaves room for him to just TP bot lane and take this last tier 3 turret.
5 members lean topside. You see them all collapsing on the minimap. They try and corral him. They have 3 more. Talia moving backwards, ulting out, unstoppable. They will not get their pick up mid. They will run.
They're looking to do something here. 4 members of Wiki Wanderers pushing in mid lane, pushing towards this game. And with no inhibitors up, they should be coming up soon. Now they're putting it towards bot. Now they're thinking, okay, maybe we just push this wave in, take last tier 3, and maybe send Nima top lane to take it slowly with those super minions. But again, they need to play it safe. They need to play it okay, as Fiddle and the boys are pathing around and covering around this bot side where maybe something will happen.
It is TUD Yellow hanging on for dear life, trying to keep pace. Kelko hanging out in that stealth, trying to push out these waves. Top lane, auto pushes. Kled assisting that one. Twitch pushing out bot lane. Jungle becomes very dark for Yellow, who try and walk their way on in, but their vision line will start to falter.
And right now, we see the minions coming into the base. Inhibitors are actually coming up as well soon. Mid on top inhibitor will be up. USSR Nima still pushing in that top wave. No inhibitor yet, but he knows it's going to be back up soon. So as long as he has good push, he can immediately just take it and make sure that inhibitor's permanently down. Looking for the kill onto someone. Looking for Kelko. What is he going to connect? Out goes the ulti. They're looking for Dynams. He's still alive. Look at Kelko. Keep an eye on that guy, because if he dies, it's all over for Wiggy. They're looking to do something. They're looking to do something. Wiggler pushing forward. Wiggler trying to take out the AD. But Eyemaker Moo takes out Nima. Eyemaker Moo. It's still alive right now. They take out the Cassio. Can they take out Kelko? They take out Nativz. That's a double kill for Eyemaker Moo. And that might be the game. But oh my god, they take out the AD carry. But L9 is still alive. Down goes the Kled. It is Saber Ethan v4 right now. And TUD Yellow looking to push this into the base. They're TPing mid. They're looking to end it here. Flash from L9. Knock back here. Looking to take out Saber Ethan. Looking to stop him recalling and doing anything. Looking to make sure nothing happens, as they have no wave to do something about. They are tanky enough to stop it. Ivern still holding strong. Still doing bits, but the members of TUD Yellow say, screw it, just put me in the base, let me tank, let me end the game. And Kelko's not up for 20. Wiggler's not up for 15. You might just have your Ireland Esports Collegiate Series Spring Champions right now as Yellow push and Saber Ethan.
Clover leads the charge.
V4. Can he do it? Can he hold them off?
Nexus Tower 1.
Does not look like he can, as down goes the turret. Down goes the Nexus. And that is potentially going to be the game. That is it. TUD Yellow are your Ireland Esports Collegiate Series Spring Champions. Well done, lads.
Worth the wait. 45-minute turbo banger. We go to Barons, Elders, team fights, and it ends in a rush down. What a way to send it off. Thank you for sticking with us, guys. We are going to be throwing to a break to get this interview started for you guys, but this has been a pleasure. I have been Sandbag. OBK for the marathon. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you after this.
Thank you, lads.
And what a game. Worth the wait, 100%. How do you feel after this masterpiece, Seth?
I don't even know how to explain. This feels like the peak of Irish collegiate esports, to be honest. League of Legends, 45 minutes, some great casts behind it. But to be honest, you know who really made it? The players.
The players, 100%. And I actually remember our casters, what did they say before the game?
Oh, I can actually call people out here. Everybody said before Wiggy Wanderers were going to win, but no, not me. I said
Not
TUD
me.
Yellows, and guess who won?
TUD Yellows. And speaking of them, let's bring the man on stage. Hello, Sam. Good to have you here. How do you feel after this beautiful win?
Feels amazing to finally win the tournament where people thought that we would be going out in quarters, and we're here in the finals. Oh, my mic broken. Sorry. It just feels great to be here when we didn't even think we'd make it past the quarterfinals, and to come all the way to the finals and then win against the winners of last split feels amazing.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And how do you feel knowing that you had such a nice crowd that was here supporting you? Did that give you confidence for the win?
Yeah, it was amazing hearing all the screaming every time there's a good play. The people outside, the stream catches up 2 minutes later and you hear the screaming out here as well.
Yeah,
It's
it was
great.
actually really funny to hear you screaming, and then we were here like, what's going on? What's going on? But yeah, you did a great job, and I believe you have some questions?
No, this microphone should be working now. It's hard to say, but if you had to explain how this LAN felt for you guys, because some people were fine for you, some people were fine for Wiggy Wanderers, what do you think was the main difference for you guys today to take the victory?
I just think what gave us the victory is our adaptation in the draft after game one, the way we took our top laner and sent him mid, and the way we changed our picks. I think it was amazing.
I mean, that's the
we
thing you've been
improvised.
known for the whole entire split, right? Of having flexibility, having different ways of playing League of Legends. So it's great to see it. And I have to say, the spicy picks really came out. I asked for it, and you did deliver, especially with that fiddlestick, getting that ultimate at the end. And one thing I want to know is, did you think you were going to kill that Twitch? Because all of us in the crowd were just waiting, just wanting to know if you were going to do it.
I had no idea. I didn't even see him die. I just knew I had to go in. I just went in and I blew everything, and then I barely killed the Cassio at the end.
Yeah, I feel like on
didn't see him
any
die.
other day, maybe Wiggies could have won it, but this is your day to celebrate. It's your time to really enjoy this victory. So what's your plan after this?
Gonna go into town, meet with some friends, and the team's gonna go with me.
I was about to say, Dublin is known to be a drinking town, so we cannot blame you for that. So maybe we'll come all join you there. But Lisa, I think that's pretty much it for us today.
Yeah, actually, before we wrap this up, I wanted to ask you if you have anything that you would like to say to your supporters.
I mean, I just have to say thank you. It was amazing having my friends come out and cheer me on after the second and third game. It was amazing. It makes the victory much better.
Yeah, that's really good. And thank you very much for being here today with us. Thank you, everyone, as well, for being here, supporting TUD and supporting our beautiful event, Ireland Esports Collegiate Series. Just a quick reminder that we're going to be back here tomorrow for CSGO at 10 a.m. and then Valorant at 1:30. So stay tuned. And a big thanks to Monster as well. We're here live from Dogpatch, presented by Monster. And that's it. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you later, guys.
Thank you.